When you play modern games, and you play them for a moderate amount of time, you easily get bored, often questioning if the game that you are playing is really entertaining or is just filler. Most people, when they buy games, they usually only buy them from certain franchises, such as Call of Duty, FIFA, Battlefield, WWE, and Assassin's Creed, all big name franchises that release a new game every single year. Perhaps now less so for Assassin's Creed, because they are taking time out to develop their games to a better standard, instead of just pumping out a new one every year like certain franchises do. And sometimes with gamers, they just purchase a title because it's the hot new game of the year, until next year when an even newer iteration of the same game is brought out. So throughout the year, you end up playing these games quite frequently, because you don't want to miss out, but then you avoid video game masterpieces and continue with the drawn out franchises. Have you ever picked up a brand new game that you were very excited for, and you get about 2/3 of the way to the end of it, and then a brand new title comes out, and then you end up skipping your original game for the new one, and that cycle just keeps continuing? I remember the days of the PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2, where I could play one specific game over and over again and it wouldn't be boring to me. I specifically remember playing Spyro the Dragon, Star Wars The Force Unleashed 1 and 2, as well as various LEGO games. I even finished Ratchet & Clank 3, and I'm pretty sure I played that game for about a year, even though I'd finished it. I just had fun walking around the levels that I had already finished. And yeah, it was still entertaining. But nowadays, when I play games, and I'm pretty sure this is the same with many others, you finish a game and never play it again. You simply wipe the game off your console's hard drive, and then you lower the game into your video game collection, and let it just collect dust. When you eventually open up your gaming collection, you look at the games that you've already played. You think of them fondly, and often are tempted to perhaps play them again, but just decide not to for one reason or another. For example, after I finished Fallout 4, I bought the Season Pass, adamant that I was going to finish the DLC, but the game still sits idly on my home screen waiting to be played. I just don't get why games aren't fun anymore. Perhaps it's because I'm older now than when I first started playing them, and I've just become numb to it all. I just don't know. But then I think on the other side, perhaps we have an overexposure to gaming in the forms of social media and sites such as YouTube and Twitch that have left a distasteful mark on me. I often watch videos surrounding developers, publishers and studios, as well as videos surrounding controversies. Most notably for recent gaming controversies would be BioWare and Anthem. So much negativity surrounding a beautiful, vibrant and phenomenal piece of interactable media. Perhaps now as technology has developed and games have got more complex, perhaps subconsciously we are all feeling overwhelmed. I remember a simpler time going back quite a few years, where games weren't touched by microtransactions, live service games, and endless expansion packs. Think back to Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, where the first non-essential microtransactions were brought in. The customization of your jump packs, your gloves, your trousers, your jackets, and even your hat and your character's head. An unnecessary feature for a game about shooting the enemy team, where the goal is to win a match, not for your character to look the coolest. Some would say the implementation of supply drops ruined Call of Duty for them, putting cosmetics behind a random loot box system. If you think back to Black Ops 1, you could earn in-game COD points, not the paid COD points that you've come to know. And with these COD points, you could buy weapons and skins for your gun. A feature that was in the game from the beginning and not tacked on by Activision just to make a quick buck. Or think on Assassin's Creed that has done something fairly similar with Assassin's Creed Unity, where outfits and weapons that had specific traits in-game were hidden behind unnecessarily high paywalls of in-game currency. But that's okay, you know, you can buy Helix credits with real money and get the item that you desire without having to grind for it. This trait is even seen with the newest iterations of Assassin's Creed. For example, in Assassin's Creed Origins, you can pay for skill points. You can pay for certain markers on the map that will be revealed to you for a price. Or you can just go explore the map and find them for yourself. These features are not even a price that you can pay with in-game money. No, you're going to have to take money out of your own wallet and pay for it yourself. All of these features from games that I've just discussed, and many others of course, suck the life and fun from truly experiencing a game. Instead of exploring a map by yourself and taking in the open world step by step, you can instead pay for certain features to be unlocked, saving you time, but not saving you money. So I pose a question to you all. Did we get bored of games, or did games get more boring? Do developers really try hard to innovate and keep franchises fresh, or do they try and take hold of every penny that's in your bank account? Gaming isn't about fun anymore. For developers and publishers, it's about being on top of the market, no matter what practices they can use to get there. Unfortunately, us as gamers don't have a massive voice when it comes to these developers and publishers. Yes, we can stop minor things if there is enough outcry, but we can't stop these evil practices. Practices that have consumed gaming as a whole, and personally, I don't think there's any going back by now. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy, then subscribe and turn on that notification button so you don't miss another upload from me. So thank you, and goodbye.